Your Excellency, the former governor of Jigawa State, a statesman, a diplomat, a great public servant, a leader, and a manager of main and resource. I want to say that we are deeply privileged to be in your home today. Let me also say that a few hours ago, I arrived at the party secretariat, the secretariat of our great party, the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria, in Jigawa State, to a very warm welcome into the state. The chairman of the party was handy to receive us right from the airport. The leadership of the party were handy to receive us even from the airport. And it was a very heartwarming moment. For me, it was a homecoming, and I did not mince words in letting them know that I'm from Jigawa State. And we have had full interactions with the delegates at the party secretariat, and I am convinced that the message I came with went down very well with them. And I received assurances of their support, subject to your own support. I did reassure them that for me, I am simply an indigenous of Jigawa State with one big senior brother, the former governor of Jigawa State, Alhaji Sule Lamido. And so it means that my request before the party in Jigawa is indeed accepted, approved, and I look forward to his manifestation. But in a nutshell, His Excellency, I am in Jigawa today in furtherance of my aspiration to lead their country as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2023 general elections. As you know, prior to this, you have to be a candidate of the party to participate in the general election. And at this stage, you may know, our party is preparing to conduct their primaries later this month. I have come to consult with the delegates, of which you are one, and the leader of the delegates in the Jigawa State. And I've come to solicit their support while I present my agenda before them. When I undertake these visits, one thing I try to do is to reach an understanding with the state, for them to know what I can do, in other words, what I expect of them, and for me to know what they expect of my government or the government I will lead. And it may interest you to know that we have underscored the fact that under the government I will lead at the federal level, that the Hadija Jamare River Basin Authority will be enhanced, will be expanded, and indeed will be capacitated to make the 6 states that are surrendering, that are part of that basin, is such a food basket of Nigeria that the produce from that river basin will actually activate traffic at the Duse Airport in Jigawa State. The cargo airport in Jigawa State, to my amazement, is one of the best in the country, and unfortunately appear less busy. We will generate the economic activities in this part of the country that will make that airport grossly busy, not only in terms of human traffic, but more so in terms of cargo traffic. Your Excellency, we also underscored the fact that in this state there is one free zone, which is where the cattle market is. And for me, the whole idea is that if properly run, if properly managed, if properly supported, Jigawa will be a hub for meat export in this country. We also underscored the fact that the arable land in Jigawa State is so huge, is so vast, and appears so fertile that we cannot, as a nation, have this plenty and live in poverty. We will support agriculture in this state. We will also support the farmers to commercialize the agriculture. Your Excellency, generally, like you know, I have promised Nigerians that I will offer a leadership that will actually give Nigeria a sense of pride in our nation and inspire patriotism within the citizens in such a manner that we all work together to make Nigeria great again. That distinctive leadership that will build consensus across the country, that we must agree on the things that divide us. We must come to terms with what works for us. And I'll provide a platform to midwife this consensus. In other words, I promise that within the first 6 months of my administration, I will stabilize this country and prepare it for growth, for peace, and prosperity. That is the leadership I will offer. But let me, before I end this short speech, want to say that I reminded my brothers and sisters at the party secretariat that even as I talk about Jigawa State being an export hub for produce, that already Jigawa State has enough to export to other parts of Nigeria. Jigawa State is the only state in Nigeria where there is no insecurity. There's no threat of insecurity. How it is achieved, you need to export to other parts of Nigeria. How you have been able to keep Jigawa State in the midst of all other states that have severe insecurity situations, but Jigawa State doesn't have any. It's what Nigerians need to learn from Jigawa State. And I did promise that the government under my leadership will actually benefit from the knowledge, the skill, and indeed the wisdom with which you have been able to show leadership in this state that has stabilized the state all this while, that there is no security threat or security challenges in Jigawa State. I want to say that we are proud, we feel great, we feel belonged, we feel received, and we look forward to being supported at the convention to emerge as the presidential candidate of PDP, and to proceed to win the general election and be in a position to deliver on my promises to the people of Jigawa State. That is why we are here. We covet your support, and we know that with you by our side, we will emerge victorious. Thank you.
coordinator, what can I say? Must coordinator. Your Excellency, the former Senate President, and one of our aspirants. Do I say Sapa or Apa?
Apa.
Not Sapa.
Not Sapa. Apa.
I remember the distinguished delegation with my good friend there, Aziz, who I've known him for a very long time, and fellow member of the Jigawa family of the PDP. Let me, on your behalf, welcome one of our own to his house. I've been saying PDP, its political party, is a family thing. We are very, very well bonded. You know, we are very, very organic. It's a party which is for each and every Nigerian. It's a party which, you know, does not believe in anything called discrimination, either north or south. It's a party which looks at our human essence and therefore begin to work towards uniting the family of the PDP. Like you, there are a number of you who are aspiring in PDP. And to me, the number shows that, you know, the PDP is the only party in Nigeria because everybody was Nigerian president for the PDP. So thank you very much for promoting the party, for the flag, you know, so high that, you know, it's been seen all over Nigeria. This campaign are going around, you and the other aspirants, you know, going around the country, keep the party always, you know, in the news because through you, the party is being promoted. So thank you very much for doing that for the party. With regard to what is now facing Nigeria, I think today our biggest problem is the kind of person who will be able to restore that thing called trust among Nigerians. I've been saying so. Unfortunately, in the last 8 years or 6 years of APC governance, the country has become balkanized. You know, it has become divided, you know, along various, you know, divides, you know, a bit of religion, ethnicity, you know, tribal or what have you. And you can see the consequences. That the main function of government anywhere in the world, you know, is human development. But then you can't have human development unless you have something called trust within the very community of the country. From trust, then you have what you call, you know, faith in each other, and then stability. And then from there on, we face human development. I've been saying that, you know, how do we restore our common trust as Nigerians? My friend there, Aziz, is from Southern Kaduna. He's my very good friend. We've been friends. You know, whatever they know today, our brothers are fighting below us. Everything, you know, in Sokoto, that's the kind of crisis. And its effects have gone down to the ground level, you know, whereby, you know, Nigerian brothers and sisters are fighting each other. But look at the irony. Look at you here with me. You are Christian, you are Igbo. See, others there from Kabanjan. We are as brothers and friends. And yet, you know, at the level, people are fighting each other, killing each other. What do we do as leaders? So they know that, you know, so they know the kind of trust which is now within us, down to the lower level, so they know Nigerians can see each other as brothers, as sisters, and as friends. I think they're very, very important. So PDP has a duty to Nigeria. The only political party which is such organized to Nigeria is PDP. And somehow, all we did in the last, you know, 20 years, you know, since democracy, have been washed away by AP's government because they are terribly incompetent. Their main desire is to attain power. But then the application of power to deal with human development, you know, and human problems, they don't know how to do it. So I urge you, you and the other fellow aspirants, to see beyond their own personal aspiration, put Nigeria first. Pursue your aspiration through Nigeria. So they know, we see in you people who will give you the kind of confidence, say, yes, whoever is there amongst you is our own. So I think you need to unite. I mean, like you have said, you know, having been a former Senate president, you can call your colleagues. In other, you know, that's one. Sit down, all of you. What do you do to unite the country through the party? What do you do to restore confidence and trust in Nigeria? So, you know, by the time one of you emerges, the president, will all be there for each other. Because after all the campaign, the aspiration, at the end of the day, there will be convention. And there will be only one candidate. And the other 11 are also very, very important. What do you think? You know, whoever emerges will rally around him. as far as I'm concerned, all of you are very, very competent. You know, they all come here, ask for my own support. You know, and to me, the PDP is my blood. The PDP is something which I so much cherish because the PDP gave me everything in life. You know, the space to grow, to attain my whatever, attain my mission, and maximize my potential in life. So I am willing to support anybody, the wisdom of the people in the convention pick up as the candidate. Because it's not me really, it's the convention when we convene. And I want the convention to be very, very transparent, to be very, very credible, so that there will be integrity in the process. We should avoid this issue of turning a convention into human trade fair, where you go around, you know, the delegate at the convention center, I go around the various, you know, state, and then sizing, get delegates, and then pay money for them. By the time you buy the delegates and you have the candidates, somebody who bought it means by the time you get there, obviously, that thing called trust will not be there because obviously the process has not been very, very transparent. It's not been very, very credible. So I will urge all of you to preach integrity in the process. To preach, you know, something called honor to in the very delegates. People are, it's not that, you know, they are very, very honorable. They are very, very honorable. You believe in them. Therefore, you don't want to be turned into commodities for purchase by anybody because this will be dangerous for the country. I want to show you that I know you very well. I know you when you are SGF. Me and you have been interacting very, very well, especially through the Jigawa band, which I asked you to get me back my own investment. Remember? Yes. I came to, isn't it? Now, I don't know what transpired afterwards, but then suddenly I came there to make a demand. Whether it was through or not through, I'm not very sure anymore. But I assure you that, you know, that to me, I'm there for Nigeria and for all of you. And I would urge you to please preach to unite us. You know, of course you have interest, which are very possible, but the beyond the just called altruism, something which is for the bigger picture for Nigeria. What do you do in the process, and how do you make sacrifices for Nigeria? At personal level, I mean, you are mine, you know that, 100%. But then you see, I can simply appropriate Nigeria for you. You know, you are mine. I'll give you anything, anything. Between Sule and Pana and Sana or Pana Sana.
Apa.
No. Sapa. Between Sule and Sapa.
No. Apa.
Why was it changed from Sapa to Apa?
It's my name that I will tell you.
No, you
don't give me the name.
You remove the very problem. so, honestly, I mean, you could see, you know, we've been there, you know, in my other room there, you know, in banters, you know, joking, playing, and we spend more time really discussing personal things than his own aspiration because there are a number of things which we shared so much, you know, in the past that, you know, these are things we try to relive. And I'm happy that he's in very good health, you know, he's very robust, with a very, very beautiful cap on his head. And I don't know whether you are going to, next time, you know, I don't feel I need dress, because you're now wearing house dress. I thought, well, coming to me, in my Billy Bamena, which is 100% Fulani, you're going to come here in Fulani dress.
No, I was hoping that you'll prepare one for me,
Huh?
which you will give me as a souvenir.
Okay, fine. I'll get it for you. Can you wear it?
Why not?
Because the way today we're being kind of, how does it know, the way we're being profiled in Nigeria today. It's Fulani. I mean, it's terrible because our own son is there. So I no longer feel very safe. But anyway, I'll give it to you.
I am a Nigerian.
Thank you very much. So once more, Mr. Nigeria, thank you very much for coming. I think you're coming here, this is your home, you know, it's a PDP home. And to me, anywhere I go there's PDP, I feel I'm at home. Because PDP is a Nigerian family for Nigerian people. Once more, please, I want to make sure that, you know, you relate with your fellow aspirant, discuss Nigeria, work in Nigeria, and see how you can minimize the tension in the country, and how do you keep on preaching unity and love and mutual respect for the country. But by the time you emerge, you are going to have a country which is fairly organized and stable to lead in this country. I wish you my best wishes. I pray that, you know, when we go to the convention, the best at that place will emerge. If you are the best, may you imagine that place.
And you know I'm the best, so I will invite you.
If there's somebody better than you, may he emerge.